Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. And working backwards from the alphabet, we've made it to Richard Strauss. And oh, we have so much Richard Strauss. We really do. I have right here a big brown bag of Strauss, an LL Bean bag of Strauss, actually. So I'm going to put this down here. We'll start going through it. And then we have a big plastic bin of Strauss, or at least, well, 4 or 5 rows. You know, this is going to be a bunch of Strausses here. We've already done one. This is the second. So let me pull out a wad of Strauss, and we can get started. Oh, look at that. There's some really good stuff in here. I can see already, especially the opera things. So, oh, wow. Here we are. There we go. Oh, look. Some of these things we've talked about already. Well, anyway, here's today's pile. And let's get to it. Okay. Electra. Look at this one. This is a live Electra on Orfeo with Astrid Varnay is Electra. She's so much fun. Martha Myrtle is Clytemnestra. Chrysosthemis is Hildegard Hillebrecht. Aegisthus is James King. Orestes is Eberhard Vector. Carrion is conducting. This is live from let's see, an Austrian radio recording from the Grosses Festspielhaus in Salzburg in 1964. It's in mono. The sound is a little bit primitive, radio broadcast quality, but ooh, what a cast. Yummy. So let's stick that there. And we've got another one. We have, the Carrion Ariadne auf Naxos, which is famous. It's got Elizabeth Schwarzkopf, Rita Streich, Irmgard Seefried, Rudolf Schuck, Alfred Neugebauer, and Karl Dünch, and Gerhard Unger, and Hugh Quinault is the dancing master. Okay, well, Hugh Quinault. Famous Ariadne, absolutely beautiful, also mono, but a gorgeous performance, legendary with the Philharmonia. So that's really nice to have. And then we've got some singles here that we can talk about. Bernstein. This is one of those Bernstein discs that was hard to find. It went out of print really fast. It's scenes from Salome. You have the final scene in the Dance of the Seven Veils, and then you have orchestral songs. Cecilia, whatever it's called, Vegan Lied, and Ich liebe dich, and Morgen and Zueignung. These are all with Montserrat Caballé. And then the prelude from Mephistopheles. Now, the Orchestre Nationale de France is playing the Strauss, and the Vienna Philharmonic is playing the Boito. This was just a weird disc. It really was. I think it came out in 2 different discs. I think the Boito was coupled originally to the Liszt Faust Symphony or something like that. I don't know. And then the Salome was separate, but it had the final scene, and then I don't remember. But on CD they were always coupled anyway. This is on Eloquence, and now of course it's in a million Bernstein boxes and things. But it was one of those curious things. Caballé sounds terrific, and Nikolai Gyarov is the bass, and Mephistopheles, and the prelude to Mephistopheles is marvelous. And this is a wonderful performance of it. So, it's really kind of cool. Oh, Fritz Reiner, Ingeborg, Salome, and Electra excerpts. One of the great Strauss records ever. And an insane conclusion to Electra. The sound is gorgeous, and the playing is unbelievable, and the sonics are fabulous. And this is the SACD version of it. You can get that a million different ways. Strauss' 5 great tone poems, with Haitink and Joachim doing Rosenkavalier waltzes. Otherwise, it's all Haitink with Don Juan, Heldenleben, Till Eulenspiegel's Merry Pranks, Zarathustra, and Death and Transfiguration. Now, the Heldenleben and Zarathustra are really gorgeous. Beautiful, wonderful performances. Till Eulenspiegel lacks a bit of humor. Don Juan lacks a bit of sex appeal. And Death and Transfiguration is just boring. But for the big ones, the Heldenleben is one of the best. Absolutely one of the best. Haitink is always wonderful when he's rooting for the underdog, as he is here. And Zarathustra is just gorgeous. So that's good to have. Then we've got George Sell doing Till Dawn Death. Till Eulenspiegel, Don Juan, Death and Transfiguration. Fabulous performances. I mean, this is a classic. Absolutely a classic. Zell did have a somewhat ribald sense of humor, so he's good until Eulenspiegel. You know, the P episode where he's pissing off the tower on people. The high solo violin goes, the people below. That's German humor. You know, Strauss, Herbert Blomstedt, the Gewandhaus, and Jean-Yves Thibaudet. This is a beautiful record. It's got the Burlesca for piano and orchestra, Rosenkavalier waltzes, the sextet from Capriccio. Just a beautiful, beautiful disc from a major Strauss guy. Blomstedt conducted fabulous Strauss. And this Decca recording, which seems to have disappeared off the face of the earth, was marvelous. Four Last Songs with Lisa de la Casa. Oh, a classic. Absolutely classic. Well, she's singing all kinds of things here. She's singing Arabella. And in addition to the Four Last Songs, she does a bit of Arabella and some, let's see what else, some Ariadne auf Naxos, Es gibt ein Reich, and Capriccio, the final scene, which is really long. And the conductors are Karl Böhm, Rudolf Moralt, and Heinrich Hallreiser. A really important issue because it's dedicated to one of the great Mozart and Strauss singers active in Vienna in like the 50s, the post-war 50s and 60s and whatnot. And this is gorgeous. Well, this is all 1955, it seems to be. So that's one of those Decca legend things. And now you've got a couple operas to wrap up this pile of Strauss. Ariadne auf Naxos with Jesse Norman and Edita Gruberova. And let's see, and Julia Varady is the composer, and Paul Frey is the tenor and Bacchus, and Fischer Dieskau is the Musiklehrer, the music master, and it's the Gewandhaus Orchestra under Kurt Masur. This is a really beautiful Ariadne auf Naxos that I like very much. I mean, people tend to do this opera very well. But on the other hand, it's always sort of taken second place because you have the Carillon and the Kempe and you know, and they're just glorious, and also Sinopolis, arguably, and, you know, but it's lovely, and Jessie Norman, people love Jessie Norman, and this is one of her great roles. I saw her do it live. It was great fun. And finally, oh, Der Rosenkavalier with Bernstein. This is, you know, Bernstein didn't make lots of operas, and he just did selective ones, and this one is very, very fine. Oh, hi, is that Finster or Mildred? It's Mildred. Hello, Mildred. Let's see, we've got Krista Ludwig and Gwyneth Jones and Walter Berry and Lucia Pop and Placido Domingo, and what's not to love? So there you have it, a bunch of Strausses, operas and other goodies, and the cat, and Mildred. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks so much for joining me. Take care.